Hey, what's up guys? Another week has passed, it's another Saturday and I thought we'd crack on with the car. I've done some shopping, as you can see here. We've got the pilot bearing. I printed these radiator bushings last night. Got some hose clamps. The lines are made for the clutch master and the slave cylinder. So got some silicone hoses for the heater core, and one's probably gonna be for the catch can later on. Some couplers for the radiator here. Still need to make the tube that runs around. The vents, catalytic converter that's gonna be on the car occasionally. That's why I've got the so many V-bands as well, because I want this to be able to clamp on and off. And so I've got the old clutch master cylinder here, new one here. So what I'm trying to do is to use the same rod, the new cylinder, so we don't need to fabricate any new adjusters here. I think it's gonna work. Even if it doesn't, I can just cut this, make it shorter or longer as we need, and then I can use the same fittings that were on the clutch pedal before. And we finally got something cool for the garage as well. So this year the work in the garage is gonna be much more enjoyable thanks to this. It's actually the same stove that I've got in the workshop. Just the pellets go in here, and it's self-feeding it and regulating temperature. That's where you set your temperature, and it's gonna extinguish the flame on its own and light the fire on its own as well. So it's quite convenient. It takes around 15 or 20 kilos of the pellets, and you can just leave it on and it's gonna work by itself. So I'm planning on putting it underneath this window here, so the sitting area is the warmest. So I made the chimney out of the stainless steel exhaust pipe that I had. So I need to order some new for the car. So on to making the top radiator pipe. So I got these 90-degree bends, 3 of them. So I'll just make a U-bend here and just go in the radiator like this. So it's gonna go from here to here. So that's where I'm at right now. This is gonna be here, and this coupler will be new. I'm just using it to hold everything in place. So I made a mark here, so that's how I know how to put them together. I'll just tack it, check again, and then weld it fully. So here it is, completely welded, a bit hot still. The idea is right now to put this on the end of the heater core, and then I can use the adapter later on to bring it down in size. Okay, let's do this. So actually I was just overthinking it a little bit. I was able to stretch the smaller hose on the bigger fitting. so this leaves it a lot cleaner. So that's how they fit. It's a really tight fit. So you can see why I wanted to fit them before the gearbox now. A lot easier to tighten them, but not sure how to get them off if you ever need to without taking the gearbox off. This corner here is getting a little crowded. But yeah, the hoses fit perfect, I would say. No kinks in them either. Well, looks like we're good on the coolant department. It keeps pressure fine now. It's just leaking a little bit on the cap, but that's because of the pressure valve in there. So I just capped it off for a sec so I could check for leaks. But once we take this off, then it's gonna release itself. So all good with that. So for the clutch, I've 3D printed this. Found the file online. Really handy to have the 3D printer now. So this, we're gonna get this inside the clutch discs and fit it to the engine, and then afterwards we can tighten everything up, and this will ensure the discs won't be out of alignment. Otherwise it's gonna be a nightmare to put the gearbox on. Okay, let's start off with the pilot bearing. It's gonna go in here. Just use something bigger to punch it in. On with the flywheel. So for the final torque, I'm torquing these to 90 Newton meters. Okay, we're ready for clutch. Okay, there we go. So the alignment tool will keep it in center until you tighten all these bolts, and after that these bolts will press the pressure plate onto the discs, and then they can't move anymore, and then you can just pull it out. So I've tightened everything up now, and now I can pull this out, and you can see everything is still aligned. So now we can put the gearbox on. I think I'm gonna show that because I've already done it once. Okay, messing around with the lines now. I think that's how they're gonna stay this way. I brought them out from this corner so the lines won't get in the way of the clutch, and made a little cutaway on the corner here. I just have to figure out something around here so it doesn't drop through, like a rubber bushing or something. But that should be easy then. Okay, I've got the gearbox back in. It was a bit trickier than I thought, because with the clutch in, I don't have enough room to lift it up, so I had to prop the engine up from the front, tilt it like that, and then I could put the gearbox on. But it's on now. So then we'll put the diff back on. So I've gone with the Strong Flex bushings for the entire car. They sell these sets so you can get all the bushings for your car. So what I'm thinking, there are two thicker bushings and two thinner ones. And also there's two thicker washers and two thinner ones. So my logic says that the thicker one should be underneath. So the thinner bushing will be underneath as well. So that way the height is the same on both of them.
So I've installed the back end of the drive shaft, and now we need to modify the rear one. I believe I'm gonna send it off, I'm gonna measure it, and then I'm gonna send it off, and I believe they're gonna just chop it off from here and then lengthen it a bit, because that's how it looks right now. And then we can swap the yoke over, and then we're gonna have a almost complete driveline.
I think the next stop is the exhaust. Pretty sure I have everything that I need now, and we can start on the exhaust fabrication. So that's the starting point for the exhaust. I'm planning on putting the flexi joint right about here. Okay, so that's gonna stay there. So then we can put the catalytic converter here. I'll put the V-bands around here and there, so I can remove the catalytic converter. And then we can follow the chassis rail, make a turn into the trans tunnel, and then follow the drive shaft all the way to the back. And it should go out from this side because the stabilizer bar has a notch for the exhaust. So it should come out from here and then into the muffler. Got the muffler with the car. I'm gonna use the same one. Haven't found the brand on it, but let's see how it sounds. What I've done here is I've cut the ends of the catalytic converter, because the store that I bought the stuff from only had 2.5 inch converters. So since there's nothing inside here, so I just cut the ends off and made it 3 inch. This way I don't have to use the adapters to make it smaller or bigger. So now this fits straight onto the exhaust. So as you can see, there's a mark here, and then I just have to line them up, and I'm gonna tack them for now. And put the V-band on here and V-band on the converter. So that way I don't have to take this off anymore. So the first attempt, you could fit it here, but I think I'm gonna redo it because the height difference from the lowest spot on the car, I think it's like 5 centimeters lower or 2 inches lower than the gearbox right now. I don't think that's gonna work too well. What I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to make this pipe shorter, but it's gonna have a tighter angle and it's gonna be harder to weld, but I think it's the best way to go. Okay, so that's a bit better now. Still around an inch lower, 25 mil, but that's the best I can do. I think it looks good, and
I won't be running the catalytic converter that much anyway, so I think I'm happy with that. Just have to make a pie cut for this section here, so it's as high as possible, because if I'm gonna use a bend, it's gonna be a bit too low again. Okay, so I think that's gonna work, but I'm not sure if I have enough pipe, so I might actually take this off and finish it off without the catalytic converter for now, because I don't want to keep it on when the engine is not running correctly, and otherwise that's gonna stop us from continuing. So I'll take this off. That's where we're at. Put the V-bend over here. So that's the bit that I have to redo if I want to use the catalytic converter. I don't think it's that much really. It's like a maybe meter extra pipe. But yeah, there's the hanger. I use the transmission mount bolt for the fixing. Still have to cut it from here, but it's just wiggling a little bit because the flexi joint is just over here. With this I can estimate where the exhaust should be. So just a couple more welds and the rear section is done. One thing that really bothers me is that someone has welded a a mild steel pipe to the stainless steel muffler. I checked, I couldn't cut it off either, otherwise I would have gone into the layers. So I kept it. It's not perfect, but I'll zinc coat the back of the muffler and it shouldn't rust. So there we have it. Full stainless custom exhaust for the 1JZ Skyline. So let's install it.
Struggled with this clamp here a little bit, but turned out the muffler was just a little bit off on the hangers. You can move it like back and forth a little bit, so that's fine. But yeah, next up, try to fill it with coolant and start it.
Still a bit high. So I've been messing with the idle control settings. Haven't done it before, so I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but give it another go. So that's a lot better. Still a little bit high, but now it can idle. Okay, I guess that's it for today. Huge milestone for me. The first time I've heard it idle in the 2 years that I've owned it. So yeah, that's kind of big. But the fact that it runs doesn't mean that it's ready yet. There's a lot of loose ends that we need to finish up still. The main ones to get it drivable are the clutch and accelerator pedal to be mounted. Clutch pedal needs the adjuster rod to be made. Then we have to install the axles, but the axles, I've ordered new boots, so we're gonna swap those over, put new grease in and then install those, and then we can order the drive shaft. I spoke to the drive shaft guys and they can fit us in the beginning of next year. So that should be sorted. And then I believe we're off to bodywork.